Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching this video. I just wanted to check in and give a little bit of an update on how things are going. I did set a goal a little while ago to post a video every day, and it just didn't happen. That is a goal I'd like to accomplish eventually, so I promise. But right now, it just doesn't seem to be the time. I've been focusing on getting organized with my content creation. You may have noticed a pattern that I'm posting 3 times a day. And in the morning, it's a recipe post, recipe slash food inspiration post to try and help you come up with raw food ideas for whenever you're creating your own recipes. The second post that comes up around midday is a motivational slash inspirational post where I'm including some excerpts from books that have helped me along the way. My goal is to try and motivate you to make really good decisions. I know it's very difficult to make changes. Believe me, I've been on a health path for almost 30 years at this point, and it's it's always it never gets super easy is what I'm saying, because we live in a world that is not conducive to good health choices. We live in a world that's constantly pushing against us when we're trying to make positive health choices. You just go to the grocery store and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. You look at the statistics, how many people are on medication in the United States alone, how many people have lifestyle and life-threatening diseases under the age of 50. It's a very toxic world. It is a very challenging world to live in if you're somebody who cares about your health. So I understand, and what I'm hoping to do here is motivate you to make the right choices every day. And then the third post is a storytelling post where I'm sharing a little bit about my own experience. And the reason why I'm doing that is because in the 10 years I've been following a raw vegan path, the thing that's helped me the most has been other people's stories. I get so inspired, even more than my formal nutrition training, my formal holistic practices trainings, beyond all of the nutrition and all the recipe creation years and studying and figuring out how to do that. It's other people's stories that have inspired me to keep going. When I hear about a person's transformation from beginning to where they are now, it's so motivational for me, and I'm trying to give back by sharing my story now. I've always been a little self-conscious sharing my own personal stories with people in the public way, but I'm at a point now where it's been 10 years. It's time for me to start giving back. It's time for me to share exactly why I keep doing this, because why would anybody continue to eat uncooked food for 10 years? Why not just be a regular vegan? That's how I was for many years before that. And I have a lot of really good reasons why I've stuck to it. And I'm hoping that by sharing my experiences with you, it will inspire you to keep going. Because it has not been easy. I didn't just quit everything overnight. It took me many years to get to where I am, and it still takes a lot of effort. My social circle is not raw vegan. It's not even vegan. I've never surrounded myself with vegans. Never. It's just, I'm a creative person. I'm an artist, and I consider myself to be an intellectual. So I'm more interested in what's in other people's minds when it comes to who I choose as my friends. I don't care if they eat like me or not. I would love to have friends who eat like me, but the truth is I've just never really had the opportunity to have a lot of people around me who have shared the same food philosophy. I've always been more interested in being around people who are very creative in their thinking and who read a lot and who study different subjects. And, that's just who I am. And I think that's okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But my point is, that means it's challenging for me. When I go to restaurants, they're not vegan restaurants. They're certainly not raw restaurants. I don't even know if those exist anymore. And when I have dinner parties in the past, I've always cooked food for people. And it's hard for me to to stick to my raw food philosophy. Often I'll be the only one at the table eating a big bowl of salad while I'm serving everybody pasta and vegetables. Um, I've recently changed that, by the way. Very recently, I have started serving raw food dinners to all of my friends. And so far, they love it. And I don't know why I haven't been doing this for all the years before it, because it's turned out great. Everybody's into it. They want to know more. After the dinner is over, I'll tell them, I wrote a book about this. And they're like, what? And I'll tell them about how I went to raw food nutrition school, and they want to know more. And I don't know why I haven't just been doing this the whole time. But moving forward, I've kind of announced to all of my friends. I essentially came out of the closet and I was like, you guys, I've been into raw food for 10 years, and I've been very flexible with when we go to restaurants. Sometimes I'll eat some cooked food. And when you come over, I cook food for you, but I'm not doing it anymore. And I hope you'll understand. And so far, the response has been amazing. So, all of that is to say that it has not been super easy for me. And I hope that by sharing my stories with you, it will inspire you to keep going and keep making an effort. And moving forward, I've decided for now, my main focus is going to be on raw food as a foundation for mental health. And in the past, my focus was on beauty food. That's what my book is about. It's raw food, nutrition, and recipes to support beauty, great skin, hair, nails, eyes, teeth, everything, weight loss, everything related to beauty. And now moving forward, I'm most interested in mental health and how raw food has made such an impact on me in terms of making my mental health stronger. And the reason why I've chosen this moment in time to do that is because I'm seeing a real need for this. As I become more comfortable talking to people about what I have gone through, I'm finding that I'm not the only one who, there's so many ways to phrase this, and I like to be very careful with my words. During the pandemic, I was essentially, I could say I was triggered into like a full-blown PTSD situation, or I could say I was going through a spiritual awakening. I think they're both true. They're both different ways to explain what happened. But essentially, things got real for me during the lockdowns. And I know that that's true for everybody I've had conversations with. Whether or not things worked out for you during the pandemic, some of us were extremely blessed with good health and a positive change to our work environment. For me, I'm very grateful. I was able to take my whole business online, and I was able to move because of that. Something I wanted to do for at least 5 years. The pandemic gave me that opportunity to show my piano students, look, we can totally do this online. We can totally make this work. And now I'm gifted to have all this extra free time, all this space and energy now. Now I have the energy to do other things like share what I know about raw food and raw food nutrition. But the point is, as I have had conversations with people, I have come to understand that many people have been struggling with their mental health since the pandemic. Lots of people were struggling before, but this is something massive. This is a seriously global situation, and we can't rely on our leadership to get us through it. It's something that we're going to have to do individually, in small groups, one-to-one. I'm here to share what I know from my perspective, from my experience, mainly as a holistic practitioner. I have experience not just in raw food, but massage therapy and sound healing, breath work, and social work. I actually worked in social work for 3 years. It was how I started my whole adult career. I I intended to be a social worker, but things happened. Circumstances changed. I ended up becoming a music teacher, which was one of the greatest gifts that I've ever received in my entire life. And I'm so grateful that I've been able to teach music as my profession for the last 21 years. And now that we are living in a certain period that needs, there's a certain level of help that's needed. And I think a lot of people have a lot to offer from their perspectives, from their life experiences. I'm here to share what I know from a holistic perspective. And the medium I love to use the most right now is raw food and sound healing. Although, since my channel is mainly focused on food, I will be focusing primarily on that. But I hope that people will be interested in hearing about sound healing, and I will include information on that eventually. But for now, I'm super excited to share how raw food, all of this started. My mental health journey, if you will, started with raw food. As I mentioned in a previous video, I was raw for 6 years, and maintaining the the state of my mental health at that time, maintaining it just fine. And then the pandemic hit, and like I said before, my body was so clean. There was no fat on, like no excess fat on my body. There was nowhere for the trauma to hide anymore. And so it became an emergency situation for me to deal with the stuff I had been avoiding my whole life. And I did it. I did it. For the last 4 years or so, I have worked very hard using a variety of modalities, a variety of methods, including traditional talk therapy, which has been incredibly beneficial. But I didn't do that until the very end of the journey. I used totally alternative measures before that, and I will share more as we move along. But I just wanted to let you know that that's where my focus is. I am posting regularly. I am scheduling things so that they're coming out every day. And if you have any wisdom to share with me about raw food and mental health, I would love to hear your story. You can either DM me or you can put it in the comments section. I will be focusing for now on the microbiome and how the mind and the gut are connected. And also, I'm going to start learning more about the endocrine hormonal system, which is an extremely complex system. I'd love to take a formal course on it. My nutrition course did not have the time to spend on it. And so my knowledge of hormones is quite limited, and I would like to learn more. So if you have any references for me, any courses or teachers you recommend or channels, please put them in the comments. I would be so grateful to you. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. And if you're interested in my book, I did mention it earlier, you can find the link in my bio. So have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one.